All right, so mono red Steam-Kin, a variation of this deck, top 64, the first open of the season. This is basically a mono red combo deck that's utilizing Electrostatic Field and Runaway Steam-Kin alongside with Phoenix to kind of run people down. Zach Young, thanks for checking in with the Prime support. This build specifically is a little bit different than the other builds we've played in the past. The person who donated for this build wanted to see the card Spear Spewer tested in it, so this is a card that can help enable our spectacle cards, light up the stage, and skewer. There's no Guttersnipe in this build, which may or may not be correct. I think there's a chance that Guttersnipe might be better than Arclight Phoenix overall, but we're gonna go ahead and play some games with this main deck that they submitted, and we might flip Arclight Phoenix to Guttersnipe after playing a couple games, depending on how it feels. Let's go ahead and jump on in here. I definitely think the Spear Spewer is a card that's been impressive when it's been played against me, so I think it's definitely worth testing. I'm not sure that Guttersnipe is the correct card to cut. Like I said, I think Phoenix might be the better cut, but we're going to start here with what's submitted, and we'll move from there after a match or two. Being on the play is really good for my basic mountains. Sign me up. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, I mean, Guttersnipe says, can you kill this? If you can't, you're going to lose when I untap, right? It's basically like Niv Mizzet. And, like, obviously a 2/2 is easier to kill than a 5/5, but very similar comparison. Guildgate. This is actually incredibly sweet here. Getting to trigger Spectacle pre-combat seems really powerful. Eight, go. Ally Encampment, thank you very much for the Prime support. There's a lot of great people you can drop those Bezo bucks to every month on here on Twitch. Thanks for sending them my way. Turn 3, 12 view, yep. Actually, just turn 4 lethal, they never cast a spell. Actually turn 4 lethal, they never cast a spell. That's fantastic. We could have dealt one more, so we dealt 22 by turn 4. That was, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. With this deck, in my opinion, is the best linear deck in Standard. If your opponents are ignoring you, this deck runs them down super quickly. That being said, if your opponent can interact with you and has ways to keep your Steam-Kin and stuff off the table, you're generally gonna have a bad time. Do I want the risk factor? I maybe want risk factor. Yeah, it seems fine. I don't know what it's better than really, though. From a shock, I guess. Or maybe a lightning strike. I mean, to be fair, you saw how we dumpstered our opponent, right? Like, unless they have a lot of interaction, we're gonna run them down. So I think this matchup's good for our deck on average, so we don't need to change much post-board. Our sideboard is looking to lean into helping matches that are harder. You don't have enough wild cards, you should get shock lands first. It's fine. And actually, it wants a Spear Spewer on one. I wonder if I'm supposed to just get up to 4 of that card. That card seems really impressive. So, because I already have 3 lands in my hand and a turn 2 play, I'm explicitly not playing Crash Through on 2 here because I want to be able to play Crash Through post Steam-Kin so it can power up the Steam-Kin. God bless Lep. The Mountain in the sideboard is for when we sideboard in the 4 mana cards, Vance's Blasting Stations. Being pink sounds wonderful. So what do I want to do here? I think I'm going to shock them. Light up the stage. I played my land already, which was a mistake. I think I just pass here. They don't have red mana yet, so that bodes well for us. We kind of want to try... We really want to kill them next turn before they get to the Angel. I guess there's no reason to do that there, huh? I just end up losing myself a mana. This would have been a 3-3 or 4-4 because I would have been able to play the Crash Through too. Yep. All right. Triggers. Instants and sorceries. Yeah, instants and sorceries. Yeah, instants and sorceries. Light 'em up. We're on fire. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Just good, clean turn. Turn 4 lethal into turn 5 lethal. Even flooded out here a touch at the end, it didn't matter. Nice tapped lands. OP doing vector calculus over there, like, how does the Memekin work? How are we doing, folks? Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to everybody, wherever you're out in the world. Thanks for dropping by here today. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 30, 40, 50 hours a week. If you enjoy constructed Magic, this is definitely the channel for you. We play a ton of standard best of 3 here on Magic Arena every single day. We also play some Modern or Legacy every single morning to start things off. As always, a big shout out to my subscribers. I wouldn't be here day in and out without their wonderful support. They are quite literally the folks that keep me employed. Past that, I'd like to give a shout out to some of my wonderful sponsors. Quip provides wonderful, affordable electric toothbrushes. If you head on over to bit.ly/HugoQuip, you can get your first refill kit with them for free. And if you sign in using your Twitch account, I can give you credit for it. If you pick up one of their brushes using my link, I will give you 25 decks to bump a deck in the deck queue of your choice. Hurley Burley Studio does professional Magic the Gathering altars. At hurleyburleystudio.com, you can find an awesome portfolio of border extensions like my beautiful basic lands here, as well as full art replacements. And using code Jeff10, you can save 10% on all of your orders there with them. Cardsphere.com will love to help you turn your cards into other cards direct with other players. There's no haggling, and they just take a 1% fee off the top. And of course, InkedGaming.com will love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mousepads, binders, and bags with them. You can upload your own custom artwork or choose from the wide range of custom artwork that they have on their website, such as my own Hooglandia branded merchandise that we have on my website. Without further ado, let's dive back on in here. We are running some folks down with the Steam Memekin. I genuinely like Kamigawa. I don't think Kamigawa was that bad. Like, the Vorthos on that plane was fine, right? It's like the actual card designs were kind of medium. You randomize your avatar by never choosing one when you initially log in, when you initially start playing. So you just don't select one, it changes randomly. Yeah, I did too, Larynx, actually. Lorwyn Shadowmoor was my favorite. What did I think I picked? I think I picked Lorwyn Shadowmoor, Ravnica, and Innistrad as my top 3. No, I think you have to reinstall to unselect, I believe. Ooh, that was a good draw. I think I want 4 of this card. This card's been really sweet every time we've had it. Oh, Tarkir was good. Tarkir's a good one too. I'm like medium on Theros. I don't hate Theros, but it's just like not a top 3 for me. We draw a 1-mana spell here. We draw a 1-mana spell. We can bring the Phoenix back this turn, which would be nice. Tormenting Voice. I think I just voice Ditch Mountain here. And probably play Spear Spewer. Perfect. So next turn we'll be able to get the Phoenix back and draw a bunch of cards. What role does it play? The Blasting Cannon is a card advantage role. I'm not really sure there's another good card for that. Probably just a bunch of Banefires to play against the control decks would be the answer. Probably a bunch of Banefires for against the control decks. Main deck Bellhaunt, yikes. Gosh, that's tough. So do I get the bird back? And I think I'm supposed to just play Steam-Kin here. This means I don't get the bird back this turn, but I really want to, like, go off next turn. No one chooses Fallen Empires. More Portal 3 Kingdoms, please. Clipsy, thanks for the $25 tip. I appreciate that. Dealer's choice for favorite Feel Smart standard deck. Will do. I think there was an other selection, Larynx. I'm gonna gamble here because I'm a Magic player. We need to hit a mountain in 2 draws in order to bring the Phoenix back. If we miss, we don't get the bird back. So hopefully we don't miss. I don't get a thrill out of gambling for money. Here we're just gambling for hits, okay? Oh gosh, I miscounted. I'm dumb. Alright, I'm dumb, but hopefully it doesn't matter. Maybe, I think I should have gotten the Phoenix back this turn. I was thinking these were each only one. A Lightning Strike is definitely two. If they don't, if they're on empty, we're actually in a good spot here. I'm gonna hold on to this because of Tormenting Voice. Probably dead here. Yeah, they've gained 6, right? And like they had removal spells and gained 6, which is like, and again, like when you watch this deck play against the Gates deck that's not really interacting with it, this deck looks absurd, right? But when you watch it play against someone who is like has meaningful interaction and stuff like that, like it's really nothing that's too terribly scary. But again, just like one of the things I think makes this format so good is that there's so many different ways to interact with the things that are powerful that are going on. This is a matchup where people have been asking about the extra land of the blasting cannons. This is a blasting cannons matchup. 10 out of 10. This is a fight with fire matchup. Want to kill their giant things. In case they were underestimates. Yep. Been there. Yeah, I don't know. I think Lava Coil's probably correct. I think Lava Coil's probably correct. I feel like we can't just run them out of the game because they're too interactive. So I think we're supposed to bring in the Lava Coils and like try and be interactive along with our blasting cannons to draw extra things. I could see that, Chalky. Splashing for theater could be worthwhile. Sure, bird's pretty good here. It's a resilient threat. I'm gonna go ahead and cycle one of these on one because I am looking for lands here. The Electrostatic Field. God bless. Yep. Let's see if they take the Lava Coil or if they get cheeky and take the Crash through. Splashing black for Theater actually sounds really sweet. I might try that after this. I kind of want another Spewer card too. It's been pretty reasonable. So this means I don't hit a land drop this turn, but the upside of getting to activate Steam-Kin next turn sounds awesome. Theater of Horrors. It's a red-black card, so we'll have to put dual lands in the mana base to support it. But I think it's probably worthwhile. Cool. So, I think I actually wait on playing this Crash through because I want this Crash through to flip both my birds back into play next turn. So next turn I'll go Tormenting Voice, ditch the second Arclight, and then hopefully find another spell so I can Crash through and then play the other spell and then get my 2 birds back. We don't actually need 11 sources, Gabriel Paints, because you're not accounting for the fact that we draw extra cards with this deck. Is the thing you're missing. Alright, instant and sorcery, please. Instant or sorcery, please. Wow, that's brutal. Oh, feels bad, man. Yeah, I agree. The Sultai Nexus deck is sweet. I actually put that one up on my website the other night. Correct, yeah, you also don't need to cast it on turn 3. Those are both very, very good things. And I think those are things, and that's one of the things that makes mana bases so complicated, right? Like, there's so many things that go into them. I could gamble on Crash through doing it, that's true. Yeah, I guess I should do that. Alright, so we're hoping to draw a light up the stage and then chain into these Phoenixes. I'm not putting swamps in my deck. I'm gonna play just dual lands. Light up the stage. Light up the stage. Flashing black actually sounds really sweet. Let's try that. The only awkwardness the splash is gonna bring to the mana is when we have double Dragonskull Summit. I didn't think about it. I definitely should have jammed it to try and hit the spell. I agree with that. I agree with the assessment that I should have jammed there. Why can't I find a swamp? There? I don't know why that wasn't there. Rix Maadi is a discard outlet for Phoenix. That's interesting. Huh. Huh. That actually sounds incredibly sweet. I think I actually want to go up to 4 spears as well. Yeah, I agree. We do have to watch the non-creature count for sure to be able to bring Phoenix back. This doesn't seem terrible. Let's give this a try. I think this sounds sweet. I cut risk factor because I had to cut something, and the risk factor is a slow, grindy card, and Rix Maadi is a card that can help us grind as well, so it seems reasonable to put that instead. Oh, Hogland said it was free. Hogland said it was free. Little did he know. Steady as we go. Do 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 do. It's funny because it's sad. It's funny because it's sad. All right, we need to draw. We got, what did we got? We got 5 shots to draw land next turn. If we hit a non-Dragonskull Summit land, we hit a mountain or a Blood Crypt, we're gonna get them. I think I'm supposed to dig for the land. I think I'm just supposed to dig for the land and not put the Steam-Kin into play. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. Okay, we're cooking with gas. Nice gate deck. What's the payoff? Asking the real question. Thunk. No blocks. Welcome to the race. They're taking our Phoenix away here. Alright, so we'll get that back here in a second. Triggers. Attack for 3. They're still 2 turns off of finality here, which is good for us. We know they don't have Vraska's Contempt unless they draw it for the turn. Rix would be an absurd draw here. Yeah, positions like this make Rix look real. It's possible that 4 Rix is correct, honestly. Maybe I go down to 2 Phoenixes in the main even. Any red spell is good here. Rix is the nuts, but any red spell is good.
No one said restoration was painless.
All right, do we just turn into a control deck now, right? It's like mono red removal spells is the game plan. I think we take out Steam-Kin because they're gonna have a bunch of removal for it. I think I ditch Tormenting Voice. I think Spear Spewer is important for enabling Spectacle. I think it's important for enabling Spectacle. This deck can't play Frenzy. Crash Through, Tormenting Voice, and Warlord's Fury do not work with Frenzy. It also enables Theater of Horrors, yeah. And it enables Rix Maadi. Risk Factor is fine. We've played Risk Factor in the past. We are trying out 4 copies of Theater of Horror today. I don't know if they're good. That's why we're playing games of Magic to see how they feel. Practice, 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 practice. There's no substitute for experience when it comes to Magic. Gotta put in the hours, get in the reps, go through the work. I'm kind of excited. Rix Maadi Reveler seems like a great innovation. Theater of Horror seems good too, but the more I think about it, the more I am excited for Rix Maadi Reveler than any of the other cards. Yep. All right. That's the 19th land out of the sideboard. So this is. Oh, you know what? I think I messed up here. I bet if I attacked with Rix Maadi, they wouldn't have blocked, and then I could have played light up the stage. I should have attacked first there. I bet there's a good chance they wouldn't have blocked last turn. All right, so I got 2 copies of Fight with Fire in my deck. Let's go. Crash Through's a little awkward. Or Phoenix is a little awkward, sorry. Heard good things about Arena. My question is, how much money do I drop to get a reasonable competitive start in Arena? It depends on what you mean by reasonable competitive start. You could start for almost nothing if you're just looking to play some limited and you're good at it. If you're interested in just jumping right into Constructed, you can build decks like Mono Blue for very cheap, and you could build the more expensive decks. Like, let's say you want to build like a 3-color deck with a bunch of rare tools, usually somewhere in the 100 to 150 will get you any deck. But something like Mono Blue or Mono Red, decks that don't have a lot of rares and mythics, can be got for much less than that, like less than $20 in some cases. 20 to 30 bucks is the number I've heard tossed around. This might be a defensive Phoenix game, depending on if they kill this or not. I wonder if this is just not an Arclight Phoenix deck anymore. I wonder with Rix Maadi if we're just like supposed to not use Arclight Phoenix or go over the top card anymore. I see that being a possibility.
I didn't live through hell to lose to you.
Please kill my bird.
That can't help you now.
Perhaps. Yeah, Gutter. This build's not playing Guttersnipe right now, and that might just be the better card. So if I do this, I can then Lava Coil the Chupacabra and then light up the stage. So if I hit a 1-mana instant or sorcery here, I get to get my other bird back, which is what we're looking to do. That's unfortunate. I think we're dead here. I guess if they don't have another Explorer creature, I'm okay.
Every defeat is a new beginning.
Really need like a Tormenting Voice, which I don't have right now. Rix Maadi Reveler could pull me back into the game. If we like hit them with the bird and then draw a bunch of cards next turn. Yikes, that probably lights out. I think I boarded out my Tormenting Voices. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and pass. Rix Maadi's a good pickup. If I draw any instant or sorcery next turn, I can then use Rix Maadi to draw 3 new cards, which is good for me. So we're not in an amazing spot, but we're definitely not just dead, which is sweet. Rix Maadi gives us some good like catch up mechanic here. Just kind of awesome. If they don't have another Explorer creature, we're probably still doing okay. This digs for an Explorer creature, though. Yep. I assume we're dead. Let's give this a try real quick. These stupid Arclight Phoenixes. I think I'm gonna try no Arclights. Let's just try this. I agree. Spectacles are really sweet mechanic from a design perspective. I like the idea of what this build is doing a lot though, and I really feel like if we can build this deck so it's good when it needs to grind, it's probably one of the better decks in the format, right? Like this deck is very good at being linear and racing, but when the opponent gets super interactive, you can have a bit of a slog. So if like Theater and Reveler like help fix that issue, there's a lot to be had here. Yeah, I agree. Arclight's always been kind of unimpressive, but I haven't had a better card to replace it with, is basically what it comes down to. I think I might just skewer this turn. I think especially with these meters in my hand, I'm like in the market to be a little defensive here. Bolt the bird if you would. You miss Hazoret? I guess someone was bound to. Let's just knock that out of here. Bye, Felicia. Rude. Skewer, we were one card short. Sled Snowman, thanks for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for shipping that my way this month. I think I just do this. I think at this point I just hope they don't have another Explorer creature. I assume this is going to shoot my Theater.
Let's tear this place. Feel the wrath of Scala.
Let's try and build this without birds and see what it looks like. So how many instant sorcery? 20, 24. I probably want to get the instant sorcery count back up. Yeah, a couple of Guttersnipes is probably fine. He's been good when we played this in the past. Yeah, Guttersnipe is, you better kill this or we're gonna kill you. I think Rix Maadi gassing us back up is ideal. I don't know. It might not be good. That's what we're trying to play games with. Figure that question out. This might be too cute, but the comeback mechanic from this seems like it has potential, and just like playing a 2/2 for 2 on 2 is fine in like my aggressive deck. I think the voices are still good just because they churn through our deck with Guttersnipe and Electrostatic Field in play. Shocker enough. Light him up. On fire. Ho, 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 ho. That's a lot of discipline. Just took the hit from the Reveler. Saved it for something better. If you're new here and you're confused why you got timeout, I'd encourage you to look at the stream rules. Heavily encourage you to look at the stream rules. You clicked past them when you came into chat. We do enforce channel rules here, unlike a lot of other places on Twitch, which I know can be confusing for people. Our chat rules aren't just don't be a dick. Our chat rules are be constructive, contribute something to chat, stuff of that nature. Might be a little bit too slow here since we drew 6 lands. It's possible I should have been greedy and been to land instead of the Tormenting Voice on 2 with this. Yeah, we played Vampires very recently. You can find a Vampire deck list along with all the other decks that I played on my website, jeffhoagland.com. Click Videos, Standard. Subs are great. I appreciate all the subs. Alright, we are an 18 land deck, aren't we? I guess, like, we've drawn 17 cards, though, so, like, 6 lands and 17 cards is a third of our draws are lands, which isn't actually that many. Hey, Pink! Thanks for the 3-month resub. Excuse me, speaking of, welcome back to the quarter of a year. Lots of lethal draws here. actually a pretty good one, right? Easy game. Easy game. Cast Bedlam Reveler, kill you. Yeah, I don't know if the Theater Splash is good in the board, but the Rix Maadi Splash seems real good in the main deck. Like, real good. So this is a matchup where myself and my opponent are just racing, so I think I just click submit. Our sideboard is basically for when we need to be interactive, and I think we're just, like, putting the pedal to the floor and, like, running away. Stupid desk. Go down, please. Yeah, we're on the draw, and the stand's great. Needs a second land, we've got to crash through. A little scry action. Look at that. Never didn't have it. I think I'm actually gonna cycle this on one here just because I'd really like to guarantee my third land. Gosh, we are a wizard, chat. Powerful wizardry. Powerful wizardry. Hey, what's going on, Bloodbath? I appreciate that. Welcome back. It's for the 3/4 of a year. I don't think you really need cards in the board for the aggro mirror. Also, like, trying to lean on black cards for the aggro mirror is probably not a great thing to be doing, because there's a good chance in the aggro mirror we're not going to have time to draw black sources. We don't actually have that many black sources in our deck. Alright, looking for something to trigger Guttersnipe for 1 mana here, ideally. I guess Guttersnipe could just attack. I have no idea what I prefer. This is our first time playing with this today. We're just trying things out. Where are my lands, chat? I guess we hit lands 2 and 3, but like we've drawn so many cards. Thank God. Thank goodness. Thank the Lord. Was that good? Is one mana divination good in the mono red deck? What do we think? we might not get another turn here. They might combo us next turn. This is why cutting all the Guttersnipes is probably bad, because this card is silly when it works. Just truly and spectacularly silly. I think it's right to fire off the Skewer there just because there's probably not going to be a few more turns. Yeah, Arclight's always been the most unimpressive card in the mono red build, and I just haven't had a chance to explore other things. This seems like a really good solution. We do make it more budget friendly without Arclight, don't we? Maybe I'm just supposed to double Spewer there. We lose the extra one here. we cut all the mythic rares from this deck? We have this deck's on 0 mythic rares now, isn't it? Angrath. I put 2 Angrath in the sideboard, that's true. That's true. I'm not even sure if the Angrath was good. I was just kind of jamming stuff. They have 14 mana here. Are we gonna kill the field for 4? Feels like they're stabilizing here. We're gonna need to win the next one on the play. Electro Dominance. Interesting. Okay. We have 19 lands in our deck, and again, you need to stop, chat. If you're looking at this deck and you're confusing how many lands we have, you need to stop focusing on the number of lands and start focusing on the number of lands we have in relation to the number of cantrips our deck have, in relation to the number of extra cards our deck draws per game. We have 8 cards that cost 1 mana that draw more cards. We have 4 Tormenting Voice. We have 4 Rix Maadi Reveler. We have a ton of tools that let us draw more cards. People always get so caught up on the land count that they don't think about the whole package. I like the Super Friends deck we played earlier. You'll be able to catch the replay on YouTube later, and I did a wrap-up section at the end talking about some stuff I'd change. So even if we're not dead here, we're going to be waiting a while, so I'm going to go ahead and concede. Get to the next one on the play. Clicks a bit. Do I want to cut Tormenting Voice if they're playing counter spells? I might want to cut this if they're playing counter spells. Eh, probably not. Flame of Keld's just awkward and clunky. It's worse than the other card advantage you can play. It's like worse than Risk Factor in a lot of situations. Yeah, to be fair, people are talking about Nexus being really boring. My opponent's deck likely isn't a Nexus and Fate deck. They're just a Wilderness Reclamation deck. So, like, if Nexus goes away, my opponent's deck still exists. People have been talking about banning things in Standard because the quality of gameplay and the tediousness of decks like Nexus and these other things they're very tedious. If this just gets killed, I'm sad that I spent my third turn just playing this. But if this doesn't get killed, we might kill them next turn, so like... Alright, we got 3 shots to draw a land here. If we draw a land, they're probably gonna die this turn. Alright. Probably gonna die has been declared. Let's see if that's the case. This is why I took the risk last turn, because this is gonna be a high upside turn for us. So, unfun isn't really a good metric because fun is super subjective, and there's a lot of people who find what Nexus of Fate is doing super fun. So, like, saying that we need to ban it because it's unfun is, like, not a good metric. Saying that it creates gameplay that's often tedious or long is a better metrics to do, because I guess tedious is subjective too. We could go through and define that, just like the wait time that it creates. I would more focus on like the wait time that it creates as opposed to the it's no fun, because there's people that find everything in Magic unfun, right? That was like not a bad turn 4, all things considered. Just, you know, real casual. That was turn 4. I missed a land drop. So it was not turn 3. I missed a land drop. That was turn 4. Couldn't even make it to 20. Way to be, Hogland. What a crappy deck. So I have 2 lands, Electrostatic Field, so I'm going to hold off on playing this till after I field, I think. Tormenting Voice is terrifying in this matchup just because it gets Spell Pierce, so this card's getting boarded out real quick. Oh, sweet. Alright. Awesome. Huh. Nope, just doing that. Go. Alright, so this does 3. I think I just Tormenting Voice here. So this is 12. I can do 15 and then attack. Do I have 15? Yeah, I guess I just do 15 this turn while they're tapped out. I agree with the Nexus is akin to eggs assessment. Alright, so these seem good, I definitely think we want to be more controlling in this matchup. Do I try a couple of Spear Spewers? I think so. This is probably a liability. I don't think I want Fight with Fire. Is Fight with Fire good enough? Maybe that's just it. Just like go max on the interaction. I played a bunch of different Angrath decks that I've liked. You know what? Rix Maadi's kind of slow. I'm gonna leave the Spear Spewers in and trim the Rix Maadi. Because, like, being able to enable these easily is important, I think. I think Theater's just too slow here, BDP. I don't know, maybe we're turning into enough of a control deck that I should bring it in. I could see that being a possibility, that like anytime we're boarding in a bunch of removal, Theater should just come in too. Just gonna kill her thing. This looking much better than Rix Maadi here. 2 years. What's going on, Betty? You'll be live this afternoon, I assume. I don't think I'm gonna go too much past 4 today, Matthew. So should be sending folks over your way relatively soon. This is actually really good for me because I get to go ahead and kill this Tempest Shin now, which is great. Because of the Spear Spewer, actually. Land's actually a great draw here, so lets me go Electrostatic Field in to kill this. And maybe I'm supposed to have Theater in this matchup. Maybe just anytime I'm boarding in a bunch of removal, I should have Theater in. Good, I can see that. Alright. I don't know. We double blocking my Steam-Kin? Or are we tapping this and attacking me for 4? We're tapping this and attacking me for 4. Got it. Oh, sure. I forgot what happened. I was like, what's going on here? I missed that. That's an interaction that in paper would get missed 100% of the time. 100% of the time, I would forget about first strike there. 1000% of the time, I would forget that thing had first strike. Because that's not why you play Warlord's Fury, right? That's not why that card's in my deck. It's definitely not there to give first strike. Oh, that's great. Oh, I'm so glad that digital is the future of competitive Magic. So glad. It's so much easier. Thank you for managing stuff for me. Alright, I don't have a second land, so I'm gonna go ahead and cast this on 1 to draw towards 1. Land! Ding! Ding, ding, ding. See? You only need 18 lands because you have cantrips. Alright, they could just be playing a Nexus deck, which I think the Nexus decks are good matchups on average for this, just because we're really good at racing. Like, I think we kill on turn 4 to 5 way more often than the Nexus decks kill on 5. You dropped to 17. Definitely an Nexus deck. One little, two little, three little damages, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little damages, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little damages. Gosh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Where's the third land at, chat? We drew so many cards. We drew so many cards. We're looking to dodge Wilderness Reclamation here. That's their best chance to combo us before they kill them. Bottoms up. Nice root snares, opponent. So next turn I get 4 more looks. I get to Warlord's Fury and to light up the stage. So we draw 3 total plus our draw step. If we hit a third land next turn, we should kill them in 2 turns. And they're not Wilderness Reclamation this turn, so we should get 2 more turns, I think. So this Tormenting Voice is not going to get to do anything here, but... Okay, light up the stage before we play the land, obviously. So next turn, this does 5, this does 4, this does 4. Alright, we could die here. If they have a land and a Wilderness Reclamation, we could die. Bricking on lands meant we were a little bit slow here. They are dead if we get a turn. 4, 4, 5 is 13, right? So they're dead. Light him up. They're on fire. Oh, ho, ho, ho. And then I'm pretty sure we just click submit, right? It might be right to like trim some Tormenting Voice just because they're gonna have counterspells post board, and like getting this counterspell feels real bad. Cold Shoulder with the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. I appreciate that. Thanks for shipping that my way. I think I want Chainwhirler just because it attacks. I don't think I have time to use this in this matchup. I'm gonna go ahead and just put in 2 Chainwhirler over the Tormenting Voice. And maybe I just want something in the sideboard to swap here, but honestly, I think this matchup's just pretty good for us, and like I'm not super worried about it. This hand is fine. AMV, thank you for the biddies. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. I could see, I'm not certain, I mentioned this, I'm not certain if Angrath is worthwhile on the board, so like the 2 Angraths could be something for a matchup like this, potentially. Feed on the Steam meme. Alright, this is their best draw. This is their nuts. They could kill us on their 4. Will we get a turn 4? All this and more next time on Standard Adventures. Jace seems absurd. It's better than Teferi, just introduce some of the past magic. So it's actually funny. Jace in Modern actually tends to be worse than Teferi is, just because of the context of the Modern format. Rude. Rude. I like it. I like it. Opponent interacting with us. Why you have to be so interactive, opponent? Why you have to be so interactive? I just want to Linnea. Let's get Linnea. You replaced Jace with Ral and Blue Moon. I believe that. I believe that that's bitter. Do you have another counter spell? Wow, brutal. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, chat. This is gonna turn into a 4-4. We're gonna hit them for 4, and then we're gonna, oh, this is gross. This is disgusting. Recall, please. Recall, please. God, that's disgusting too. All right. Way to harsh my high, Magic Arena. Way to put me down. I was so excited. I didn't even board in the 18th land, the 19th land, chat. Didn't even board in the 19th land, and here we are. Here we are. They could sense we were having too much fun. They knew it. They knew it. The pride cometh before the fall, chat. The pride truly cometh before the fall. Ten land rectos. How do we send a resub message out? You have to refresh the page sometimes. Alright. Trigger. Treatsies. Yeah, that was the trample one. One's trample, one's first strike. We're actually likely dead here. They have Spell Pierce in their deck too. This life is a roller coaster, I agree. You know, they became interactive enough that Theater might be good. Theater might be good here. I'm not sure, Johnny. Their system seems to be having some issues. We're statistically dead here. I'm gonna go ahead and concede. They have double reclamation as Kanta, statistically dead. Little quality of life concession. Yeah, so Theater isn't an aggressive card. Theater is a grindy card advantage card. And normally we're just trying to race game one, but I think my opponent is slowing down enough in the post-board games that it's probably worth bringing in Theater. Like, they had a lot of interaction that game. This hand's, like, not amazing, but I think it's in the range of keepable. That jumped it up. This card's probably great on turn one in this matchup. It's great on turn one in most matchups. So next turn, we're going to deal 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll have them to 10 on turn 3. Looking to hit, like, light up the stage here, or Theater of Horrors even, just to get some card advantage going. Worth noting that we're going to lead on Skewer the Critics after we activate Spear Spewer, because my opponent did show us they have Spell Pierce, so I'd like to play around that next turn. The deck ends at a higher rank than it began. Is that really a meme? Asking the philosophical questions. Yeah, Blue Red Drix is fine. Super reasonable deck, very proactive. Has a lot of play to it. It's put up a couple of results since the format's changed. No, the Nexus deck's just boarding in Crawl Harpooner. I'm gonna go ahead and do this now. We could get negated, but we don't get Spell Pierce, which is nice. Oh, they can... Opponent. I wasn't gonna actually win the match because they're top 50, but if they want to give it to me, I guess. I mean, they were dead, but I don't know. If you're in the top 50 and you queue into me, don't concede if you're about to die. That's gonna be my line, I've decided. Top 50, I'm not taking rank points away from people. Ooh, this card's really good in this deck. This card's really good in this deck. Top 8 gets into the tournament. I think if you're probably in the top 50, you have a chance to grind it out. And I'm going to play enough terrible decks in ranked that, like, I am, like, 0% to qualify for anything, so... Well, top 50 doesn't get anything. I don't think that's strictly true, Chuck. I think a lot of people in the top whatever are playing best of 3. I'm not certain if this Black Splash is good in this deck, but I'm pretty confident the Spear Spewers are good. I want to hit the bad streak in the queue and get our first percentage side. I'm honestly surprised we've been staying as high as we are. Do they have a Spell Pierce and, like, didn't Spell Pierce the last light of the stage? I agree, K9G. I think there's a good chance that at least Rix Maadi is good. I don't know if the Theater and the Angrath in the sideboard are good, but I'm pretty confident Rix Maadi is good. I agree with you. Yeah, it looks like they're playing Drakes. Someone was just asking about Drake, so it's fun to queue into that. And Drake's is super reasonable. Love tap, baby love tap, baby love tap. Baby love tap, do 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 do. I think it's right to kill their thing here. I think there's a good chance my Guttersnipe dies next turn and then it's not really racing anything, so. Alright, things are looking good for our hero. Brandy Savage, thank you for the 4-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, it does kind of feel like they have a Pierce, right? I agree it does. But based on like the pausing, I'm like thinking about things, it feels like they're telegraphing a spell Pierce. Guttersnipe unchecked usually means we win the game. I assume if they keep either of these cards here, they're gonna kill this. It's not even just about priority, chat. It's about my opponent. It feels like my opponent's like thinking about these things rather than just the game giving them a pause. Yeah. Like if they had dive down, they'd click through pretty quickly on average. Light them up. They're on fire. Guttersnipe is great. He's really great. Do 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 do. It's lit AF, fam. Lit. Magic's great. Magic's wonderful. Alright, I think I just boarded all my lava coils here. Like, easy peasy. I'm trim a couple of these, put in the fight with fires as well. Call it a day. How are we keeping the Guttersnipes alive? Be very lucky, chat. If you are very lucky and not unlucky, you too can untap with Guttersnipes. So, the logic is that it's better to rank up in best of 3, because if you go 2-1 in best of 1 games, you end up with 1 match point, but if you go 2-1 in a best of 3 match, you get 2 points. Yeah, 148 is the highest mythic we've been to date. Yeah, that seems fine. Got a little bit too many lands, but like Rix Maadi helps me filter through that. Fight with fire to kill their first Drake. Yeah, for people talking about Angrath is for the mid-range matchups, I think. I don't even know if it's good, but it's there for the mid-range matchup specifically. Fight with fire is good against Lyra. Oh, I played my land out already. That was a mistake. Bunt. It's fine. It's not going to matter. We didn't hit 2 lands there, but... You know, with the Black Splash, another card that might be okay for Lyra is there's the Pestilent Spirit that gives your spells Death Touch. That card's pretty good. We've played that in red-black aggro before, and it's been very impressive. I like this build a lot. The Phoenixes always felt kind of middling in the older builds that we played, and cutting Phoenix feels really good. Rix Maadi also feels good. I don't know if Theater in the sideboard, Theater and Angrath in the sideboard are good, but I'm pretty confident I like this main deck. Both Spear Spewer and Rix Maadi have been very good. Yes, Zero Forever. You need to go into your arena settings so you can manually enable your triggers. You click here and click gameplay. You need to uncheck auto order triggers. Or you take this to a tournament? Yeah, probably. That seems sweet. Rude. Well, so the power level of Magic cards is contextual to the decks that they're being played in. So just because a card doesn't feel good in one style of deck doesn't mean it's bad in every style of deck. So this is an aggro deck, whereas what you're referring to was a mid-range deck I think you're talking about. Rekindling Phoenix is an interesting idea. I've seen some other people play that in Memekin, and it seems neat. So we're hoping to draw a 1-mana instant or sorcery next turn, so that way we can trigger Electrostatic Field and then draw 3 with Rix Maadi. Shock. So this draws a card, even if you don't have a card in hand, which is great too. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. What problem do we have that Sword Point is solving? I think I'd probably play Risk Factor before I play Sword Point Diplomacy. And I don't think I really want to play Risk Factor. Alright, instant or sorcery, please. For the children at home, I wasn't dabbing, that was a sneeze. Oh no, don't negate my spell. Triggers. Huh, I really kind of like the idea of a couple birds in here. Yeah, I do too. The old build really felt close, and this, I feel like we smoothed things out a little bit. We cut all the 4-mana spells from our aggro deck, and it got better. Weird. Alright. One of your finest mountains, please. Uh-oh. 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 Yikes. Our hand is in the cookie jar, chat. Our hand is in the cookie jar. Don't kill my Spear Spewer. Don't kill my Spear Spewer. You're a monster. Gosh. We got into divination if we'd done that. Why are there so many people playing this reclamation deck? I feel like there's been a lot of people playing this deck today in relation to how good it seems. I dropped one of my altars, chat. Hey, what's going on, Fohawk? We got you. Stop shocking my stuff. I like my stuff. We played the Teamer deck and it seemed really mediocre when we played it on stream, but maybe we were missing something. They have if they have an expansion explosion here, they get to kill the Electrostatic Field and then hit us for, and then draw 5 cards. So, you know, we didn't play a second land on turn 2, but they are winning here. How is this deck for best of 1? Probably awesome. Linear aggro decks like this should be really good in best of 1 on average. I mean, so like, the actual thing, and this is something that's very easy to do, it's very human. The meta's not actually changing from day to day. Your anecdotal evidence is changing day to day. Remember, the plural of anecdote is not data. Like, your sample sizes are so unreal small in proportion to, like, the actual everyone playing that it's very easy to fall into the trap mindset of, oh, I played against 3 of the same deck today, so that deck's become really popular, when in reality, that's, like, not the case. Alright, I know, listen, I know we just got caught with our hand in the cookie jar, but I boarded in a 19th land for this game, so this keep is fine. But that's incorrect, Dash of Salt. Even if that's true, the plural of anecdote is not data. Giving you 2 anecdotes doesn't suddenly make it, like, super valid or anything like that. Rekindling Phoenix looking okay here. It's a little bit of a resilient threat that's going to pressure them. What about 500 anecdotes? Depends on what you're looking at. Depends on what you're looking at. Data is a very complicated topic. Depends on what you're trying to conclude. It depends on with what certainty you're trying to make that conclusion. There are so many factors that go into it. I've always found essential oils help with mana issues. This darn 19th land, why we board that in? We're so unlucky, chat. Yep. Next turn we get to go Field into Phoenix. How many Lava Coils do they have? Apparently at least 3. I'm just timing you out for the actually statement. That's a very actually type statement. We're dead, right? Yeah, I think we're dead. Let's try one more. Quick niv win the back of Wilderness Reclamation is just too much. They had a lot of Lava Coils that game. But Jeff. Yeah, I mean, literally everything is technically everything is a data point. There's a difference between like meaningful data and like data that's biased in different directions because of the way it was collected or sample sizes or 1,000 other factors that go into it. I bottom that because we're looking for a second land. I am not the Magic rules book. If you have a rules question, I'd encourage you to look up the Magic Judge chat. It's a place online where Magic judges answer questions for you. I played Crash Through over Spewer there because I wanted to give myself the best possible chance to play a 2-mana creature on turn 2. And playing the cantrip does that. Just gonna swap these out. I mean, not everything has to be that strict voodoo, but like, me and my buddy each recorded 50 of our matches on Magic Arena, and we're confident this is representative of all the matches everyone's played. Like, that's kind of silly, right? Especially with how many decks are in this current format. Yeah, the Shuffler Truthers are a great example of anecdotes not being statistically relevant data. Don't be a Shuffler Truther, chat. The only thing worse than a Shuffler Truther is a Flat Earther. I think I'm just supposed to try and hit a land here. Gosh, holy crap. Anti-vaxxers. Vaccinate your children. As someone who has children, please vaccinate yours too. Alright, what am I doing here? So it's mana efficient to play Guttersnipe. But if I get Runaway Steam-Kin down, things get silly. I think I just Guttersnipe. The block here, okay, losing this to a shock. I think if they had a shock, they probably would have shocked. think we just go Steam-Kin into Spear Spewer here. And then next turn we'll start popping off, hopefully. I think if they had another Lava Coil or removal spell, they probably would have killed my field last turn, so Steam-Kin's probably going to live here. Yeah, it's disgusting. Alright, gotta do 18. Time to roll up the sleeves. Time to roll up the sleeves. Alright, so this is, I'm not sure if we can get there, chat. I think we might end up a little bit short. Each of these do 3. Oh, they're actually exactly dead, right? They're actually exactly dead. This does 6, then Steam-Kin does 4 at the end. They're actually exactly dead. Do do do. Do 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 do. God, they were feeling safe, chat. They felt safe, so they got sloppy. They felt safe, so they got sloppy. Let's run it back. MTG.fish, MTG Goldfish, lets you build decks without having an account. Hold on, let me just do 18 damage real quick. And listen, if you ever really need to know the truth about vaccines, and you need cold hard data, just go here. This is really important. That URL is great. Bookmark that one for the future. Yes, you could definitely make that one a command. Can definitely make that one a command. All right, well, we don't have a black source yet for this Rix Maadi, but these electrostatic fields are about to, like, lock down these punk collectors, which is nice. Vaccines cause adults, and adults are terrible. You ever met an adult? Montech, thanks for the Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Light them up. They're on fire. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Do, 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 do. Well, they're almost dead. NBD, no big deal. Woof. Woof. That's unfortunate. Alright. Lightning Strike. Spewer. Alright, 3 shots. Give me a skewer. Alright, alright. Alrighty. We could be dead here. We could. They have draws that kill us. We have draws that kill them next turn too, though. So, like that, like that. Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good! Man, I really like where this deck ended up at. I don't know about the sideboard, but this main deck feels real sweet. I'm picking up what this deck is putting down. I really like both Rix Maadi Reveler and the Spear Spewer. I think both of those seem quite excellent. They're definitely things I'm interested in doing. If you're someone that's played the Mono Red Steam-Kin deck in the past, I feel like what we've done here is an upgrade in the past, and I think I'm gonna update the list on my website to reflect this. As far as the sideboard goes, I don't know if this Theater for Rekindling Phoenix plan is good. I know the 4 Lava Coils are good. I think the couple of Fight with Fires are good. Good games, Popcorn, Pan Pitacorn. So I think if you've been looking for a way to smooth out the clunkiness that I definitely have felt the mono red deck have clunkiness in the past, and this feels like we really smoothed that out. Hey, Terran Terror, thanks for the 15. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Hope life is treating you well. So we're dropping back in.